Get ready. It's time. Christina, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli. Welcome back to
the Cimorelli podcast.
Oh, gosh. No.
I'm so sorry.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I said carbonated water.
Yeah, trigger warning if you hate burps. Too late.
I would like to.
You can't give a trigger warning after the fact.
I know, I said too late.
I would like to apologize to our sound man. Thank you. Because he really had to hear it. Well, I always burp into the microphone for some reason. I'm like, oh, I gotta burp. Okay, stop. I'm sorry.
Okay, hello and welcome back to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey.
Welcome, you guys. Lovely, lovely intro. So,
Lovely
hello,
ladies.
YouTube, and hello, Patreon. YouTube, you guys should know that we have double the episodes on our Patreon. Link is in the description. You get 20 episodes of this season and a bunch of episodes of the past seasons as well.
It.
Wow.
If you love the podcast, you gotta join Patreon. You will love it. You will love it.
And you will never list it.
Now, listen. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Okay.
I gotta tell you guys our past episode and our coming episode so that you know what you're missing out on if you really want to get on Patreon, okay? So the one that just happened on Patreon was best and worst New Year's experiences and the recap of 2021. And it was
Rough.
a lot.
It was deep.
It
There were
is
some
dark.
tears that were shed.
It was a really
Why didn't you just
intense
say,
episode.
I cried. You cried.
Did you?
We didn't
cry?
all
I know,
cry.
I
Tears
cried.
that were shed.
Okay, an anonymous
It was
person
intense.
cried.
Someone in the
She
world
cried too.
right now.
I don't remember that.
Okay, but
You don't
listen,
make me cry. Okay.
Oh, maybe you did. All right, sorry, guys.
coming up though is our New Year's resolutions. Well, it's actually not ours. It's about New Year's resolutions and then how to fall in love this year. What are we going to tell you? We actually have really good stuff to say on that.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Surprisingly. I'm kind of surprised that we have good stuff to say on that, TBH, but we do. So you're going to want to see that. That one's on Patreon. Join and see what on earth we're going to say about how to fall in love this year. Who could answer that question?
Me. Ray. I could answer it.
All right, let's jump into breakfast. What'd you have?
Do I have to answer?
Should we start with Amy?
I can answer.
Let's start with you.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Goat
Same
cheese.
thing?
Wait, Amy, I don't think I even remember.
I don't either.
Toast? Wait. Toast?
1 egg?
Goat
Two
cheese.
eggs.
2 eggs scrambled?
Avocado toast with goat cheese.
Yes.
Yeah,
And 2
and
eggs?
then 2 eggs.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's good, Lisa.
Good for you.
I'm scared of putting the
although
cheese
I had
with the
like
avocado.
sourdough bread today, and it was magnificent.
Wow.
Now that is good.
It was very good.
I had half a bagel with pepper jack cheese, a fried egg, and avocado.
Wow.
Oh.
Good for you.
Boring. Mine is
Good.
boring, not
Actually,
yours.
really
No, I'm
good.
saying mine's boring. I'm saying boring. I had pancakes. That's it.
That was
I'm just
such-
starting with a statement of boring. Okay.
I've never heard anyone do that. Like, fun. So I went to this party.
Okay, listen, I thought
Eyes
of what
in
I
the
had.
sky.
I thought of what I had and I commented on it. Boring, and then I said it.
Okay.
That is literally me, though. Yeah.
Anyway.
Same old. I have been eating a lot of protein cereal lately. So once again,
Sponsor
I had a
Lisa.
bowl. Oh, please, Magic Spoon, please. I had a bowl of maple waffle. It's like a seasonal flavor. It wasn't very good though. I'm sorry.
Maybe
All
don't.
the other flavors are really good. That one I didn't love.
Sorry. That sounds so good, maple waffle.
It
I might
sounds
like it, but I know
bad.
you don't like the same thing.
No. It's like they didn't really hit the nail on the head.
They missed the mark on that
It's
one.
not like I don't like maple waffle. It's I don't like this maple waffle. So
Okay.
I don't really like maple.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
I didn't
okay
even tell
with
everyone
it.
what the main topics were.
What's the main
say that? Because it's not in my outline. Let me just fix that so it actually has that, which is topics of the day. Okay, so I forgot to tell you guys that what we're talking about today is how often we clean our rooms and how to give yourself a glow up. Those kind of go hand in hand.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so let's start with our 4 POVs on how often do you clean your room?
It's for perspective.
Tell
yeah,
us
that's
your
not the same thing.
4
it's
points of
basically
view.
the same thing.
Okay.
Tell us
Yeah.
your philosophy on room cleaning? Your routine?
Okay.
Your philosophy?
I don't. I want to say, first of all, it's confusing because I share the cleaning with my husband. We both, I would say he makes more messes, but he cleans. What? He cleans a lot, but he makes more messes, in my opinion. Sorry, Chad.
So, I agree with that. You don't ever make any mess.
No, so. I do. I'm like, I took my coat off. I throw it on the table.
Wow.
My stuff
is
out. My stuff is out. Or whatever.
He's more of like a tornado.
Yeah, he's a tornado, but then he cleans it up. So, I feel like our room, it's like, I'm not like, oh, wow, I need to clean my room. I'm going to take a day to clean my room. I don't do that. It's more like, I finally just became aware of the clothing I left on this chair. Let me pick it up. But generally my thing is more, I just put it away. Like I take my coat off and I just put it away.
So you're like,
you don't even have to clean because you're so clean already.
Put it clean as you go.
I do have to clean sometimes. So I'm saying in general, when I change my clothes, whatever, I put them in the hamper or I put them where they go. So I just skip a step.
Okay. So mine is a little bit weird. So basically, it's like back to my childhood where I drew a line down the middle of the room and I was like, this is my side. And then Cass on the other side and whoever else. And I'm like, don't get one thing on my side. Nick and I are both basically like that. So
you have sides.
On his side of the bed is his area. On my side is my area. And those are the only areas that can really get messy. The other area of the room is Barrett's stuff, basically.
He's like, this is my area. Don't put your stuff in it.
So I have like a basket with all of Barrett's like wipes and diapers and stuff. So I like refill that like all the time. And then I have to like do his laundry and stuff, whatever, clean that. But that's
like that as a cleaning task?
Yeah, that's like a cleaning thing. That's like once a week. But then on my side, I don't really put anything in there ever.
And you don't clean Nick's side. That's no man's land.
No. Because that's his clothes. And he's like, I mixed my dirty clothes with my clean clothes.
Oh my gosh. When Chad takes my clothes and just like, throw it in the hamper. I'm like, that was clean.
You are Nick. That is Nick. Yeah. Although I painstakingly will sort through it at times, every once in a while. And then I'm like, I sorted your clean ones out for you. And then I did it right. And he's like, oh, thank you.
No, like I took my sweatshirt off. We got home, put it on the couch. And then he's like cleaning in like a whirling dervish. And he picks up and puts it in this weird community hamper in the laundry room. And I'm like,
but it's not actually dirty.
Yeah, I hate that.
So yeah, it's kind of confusing. I guess I don't really put anything in my room. So I don't really clean it. Maybe once a week I have to kind of clean it up, but not really. It's more like my bathroom is like, whoo.
Yeah. All right. How often do you clean that? Not very often.
Once every couple weeks. 2 weeks or 1 week. I prefer to do it every weekend. Not every time, though.
I intend to clean my room like every weekend. But I only clean it when I like have the energy to. So it really just depends on my state of life. It's like every weekend I'm like, oh yeah, I should clean my room, and it's like, will I or will I not? It depends.
Then it sucks because when you don't have the energy, then it just gets more messy, and then you really need that extra energy that a clean space gives you, but you're so tired you don't want to do it.
It's a vicious cycle.
So then it's like sucks. At some point though, I get the energy to.
Are you like
just do it
once a month or like once a season? Just
once
a big
year?
Deep clean.
Probably once a month, realistically. So,
I mean, some people aren't even that.
That's true.
I definitely did that before I had a baby. Now I'm like, I have a free hour. I can't wait to clean the bathroom. My dream come true.
Oh.
It's literally what I do now. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm wiping up all this whatever Barrett tracked on the ground. Oh my gosh. I like love it. I love cleaning now. Okay. Sorry.
I do enjoy it more.
That was it.
I clean my room like multiple times a week.
Of course you do.
I would like to say your room really has good vibes. I saw like your door open the other day and I was like, it's so fun. She has like a fish aquarium thing and like
I gotta take a look,
twinkling lights and like paintings.
My
and
handmade tapestry.
Yeah. I gotta see these vibes.
It's pretty good.
What is it called? My bed that has like a space themed comforter and my like star sheets. I love it. But I definitely like throw things everywhere every day, basically. So then every day or two, basically, I just put it all away, and it takes like 10 to 20 minutes. but I am horrifyingly bad at dusting, and I'm also like mad allergic to dust.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
that's
really
a problem.
toxic
allergic.
trait for sure.
That is a true toxic trait. So I just bought a duster with a bunch of duster things today. So I think I'm gonna expand my horizons.
Love
Love it.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you guys about our biggest glow ups in life, basically, in just a sec. But before that, we're going to tell you about our jewelry.
Our jewelry glow up.
Show it off, ladies.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it really was a jewelry glow up. You're right.
It definitely was.
Okay,
for you guys.
Okay, this is,
Thanks, Lise.
we all are wearing Ana Luisa jewelry right now.
It's mostly
ANA
on my ears today.
LUISA. And Lisa's right. It really was a glow up to my jewelry when I
It
got all these
was,
pieces.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that's perfect for this episode. So we're all wearing Ana Luisa, and we're here to tell you guys that they are having their biggest sale of the year, which is buy one, get one 60% off. And jewelry already starts at $39 with new collections being released every Friday. So
I love that.
you really need to go take advantage of that. There's a link in our description. It's shop.analuisa.com/Cimorelli. Ana Luisa is ANALUISA. And you really got to check that out, guys. Buy one, get one 60% off. Hello.
So good.
If you're thinking about trying it out, it's definitely a good time to get in on this.
Yeah, very high quality.
What's your guys' fave piece that you're wearing right now?
Oh man, you know what?
Surprise
Lauren's
necklace.
necklace.
It's so cute. It's like a little like rose thing.
Did you?
Oh, it's
And this
really
is the second one, or it came with it?
These are both extra ones. They
I
didn't
love
come
it.
with it.
Wait, what do you mean both? I only
Oh,
see
there's two chains. These are two
I
chains.
didn't get those, and I need to get those because every time you're wearing it, I really want to wear them.
Yep.
I actually really love these little like what do you call them? Huggies, hoops, whatever.
Yes.
They're so cute. They have like little like rhinestones on them. I saw all these like flashy pieces that I got of like, the safety pins. I'm obsessed with all of them. And these I was just like, oh, those are cute. But then I put them on and I was like, I'm very excited about them.
Yes.
Also the ear cuff. I never wear ear cuffs, but I really like
I
them.
can't even
love
see
a good
it.
ear cuff.
Oh my gosh! I
That's
couldn't even
wild.
see the
It's so cute.
her left ear.
because this is the camera side. So I'm like, look.
Wow,
You
I love
gotta.
it.
I love it.
I don't know. I think I like. I don't know. I guess they're
earrings are you
equal.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, those are
You
cute.
can't really see the earrings, can you?
They're like hoops. They're a
Little
bit
gold
thicker.
ones.
Yeah.
I have really cute earrings I'm not wearing today though, but I have my favorite ones I'm not wearing today. But I love all the pieces I have. I
Wait,
love
what
them so
earrings?
much. They're the ones I don't know how to explain them.
Wait, the ones with
Ones
the
that have
chain?
the chain thing
Yes.
hanging. Oh, I wish I could tell you guys what they are.
It's
They're
like
so
a
freaking cute.
hoop, a mini hoop with like a chain coming down.
Love it.
But if you guys need a jewelry glow up, Ana Luisa, ANALUISA, buy one, get one 60% off. Link in the description, shop.analuisa.com/Cimorelli. Definitely check it out. So let's get into our other glow ups. By the way, when I was thinking about my glow up, I realized I didn't wear any jewelry at all, my old glow ups. So I definitely needed a jewelry glow up then. I never had it until later.
She needs
So anyway, our glow ups. We're talking like, have you ever in your life, which the answer is yes, had like a mental or physical health kind of glow up? I know a lot of times people are like, how to glow up and just look better, but
get
that's
hotter.
Not really.
Just
the
move
point.
to a warmer climate.
Stop it.
That's
Yeah.
not the point. We're talking a real glow up that you feel amazing.
A glow from the inside.
Glow from within.
Yeah.
I have a great one, but what do you guys?
You know what though? This takes me back to 2017 when I was in the best physically fit shape of my life. But you know why? It was a mental glow up too, because well, not in every department, but I was doing okay. But like I first of all, I had some very bad relationships with like eating and exercising. It was always like a punishment or like, bad dog. I got really, it was really bad. And then, I got over it in years previous of that to that, whatever. And then in 2017, I was like, you know what? I really want to get good at boxing. Not like I'm going to do a fight or something, but like I want to get better at it. Like I was doing that for exercise, like here and there once a week or like every other week. I didn't really like commit. And at some point, either late in the year before or right around early 2017, I started going all the time. Like sometimes I would go 3 times a week, but I would do 2 classes back to back, and then 2 days later 2 classes back to back, and then 1 class, which that was an hour each. So it was like really intense, and it wasn't like this crazed thing. It was like I just can't get enough. I really want to get better, and I was working out all the time. And the main thing I did was I found something I was passionate about, and I had a healthy, like, fun goal of just wanting to improve. And I was the first time I ever noticed, like, seeing myself in pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a muscle. Look at my leg.
Oh,
Look at my arm.
I remember this.
I was like so fit.
I have a muscle in my
Yeah, it was
arm.
crazy because I've always been like Floppy McFlopperstein of just like, I'm kind of thin, but if I walk up the stairs, I get pretty winded or whatever. Like, I just was not like healthy. And I started eating these like big like protein meals for dinner after that of like, I'm building muscle. I just worked so hard. I need to like, I know, just reframed everything where I was eating for like function and like, grit, like not just
You're eating for
gonna
grit.
go home and have s'mores for
grit.
dinner, which I did before that. I was like, I need to eat a real meal. Like it was like, I don't know, it was fun. It put me in like, it empowered me, and it made me think about everything. Just, I don't know, just
What do you suggest the viewer do? Try
find
a class?
something. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Figure out what works for you exercise wise. If you're trying to like, get stronger, like, do you love to lift? Do you need a lifting buddy? Do you love to do classes? Do you need a sport where you're like, basically you need something that encourages you to set good goals. Like, I really want to be able to run 5 miles. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be cool? I would never do that.
That would be cool.
But it's like when you have something like that you can work toward that isn't like I want to look a certain way, because that can be just so demoralizing. When you're just working towards an accomplishment like that you love and you enjoy, oh my gosh, everything changes. And you'll actually see results because you want to do it and you're excited to do it. Also
tip.
get some cute workout clothes, because then you'll be way more excited to go work out.
Hey, I definitely never try that tip, but that's a good
What?
idea. Cute workout clothes.
Oh my gosh, changed everything.
But a lot of the like fitness people that I follow, they love having the cutest outfits, and I'm like, why do I never do that? It sounds like it actually would be fun.
Because you think, I should get some, and then you're like, it's $1 million.
That's
It doesn't
true.
have to be.
That's true.
If you don't have any, you have to get some.
You could just get like 3 sets. Just start there.
Okay.
You can circle through them. Cycle through them.
Yeah, also it's hard to find ones that are like the right amount of coverage. Especially when I'm exercising, like I'm going to walk in my neighborhood. I'm not trying to be exposed. So it's definitely harder to find.
Get some like fun graphic tees.
It's not like, young 20s going to the gym. It's like I'm walking my son
30s.
in my neighborhood. I want to be a little covered. So, what do you guys have? What was the glow up time in your life?
I don't.
Whoa!
Lauren, if that's your cue.
All right, fine.
I
I'll
don't know. I
go.
feel like I need to ponder a little bit more while Lauren's talking.
So, for me, my breakup glow ups are always the best ones.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Because like suddenly you have all this free time, But this wasn't technically a breakup. This is more of like a break, but whatever. Same vibe. Which was my last year, summer 2020 glow up. And this is truly a glow up. You guys probably don't even realize this.
Summer
but
2020?
I realized. Yep.
Okay.
I
Because
realized.
this is what I did.
I
I was
don't
like,
realize.
I gotta move on. So I gotta do things with my time, right? I gotta have some like goals and do some things, right? So I literally just wrote out a list of like a lot of things. I wrote a list of like 10, maybe more things I wanted to do. Like I wanted to run a mile, which I know people in PE, I ran a mile every day, whatever. But yes, I started running.
I remember that.
And I could not run a mile until I did that. Then I could run a mile. Yes, I ran a mile like many times. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I changed the goal. I was like, I should try and run like 3 miles. I didn't get there, but I got to like 2 miles. And it was like,
isn't a
You
5
did?
crazy? Yeah.
You got to
3
2
point
miles.
something miles?
Yeah, I did.
Lauren, you almost did a 5K. That's
yeah,
3
I
points. miles.
know. Okay,
I
so
need to
I did
do that because I want to be able to run literally just 1 mile.
Yes,
too.
That's all.
And I just
want to run 1 mile.
That's
Yeah.
your goal.
Exactly.
That is a really good
So
goal.
I just
You should
made
do it.
that goal, and then
Yeah,
I
I
just
think I
started
will.
running. And I liked running. Like a lot of people are like, that is the worst torture in the world. But I actually like it. You get like runner's high, endorphins, whatever. So okay, I'm trying to think of what else was on my list. So it was like I wanted to run a mile. I did a lot of like spiritual goals. Like I was like, okay, like I want to have like a real like prayer routine and like prayer life. So that really set me on this whole spiritual journey. But ultimately though, I did start doing like a prayer routine, and I actually like really glowed up a lot spiritually, just saying.
Love that.
And then one of my other goals was to like have more fun in my life. So I tried to like do something fun every weekend, which I actually did. So I was like, I need to just enjoy, not like go to Six Flags, but just like like
Just anything
Movie
fun.
go
night.
for a fun drive, or like have a picnic.
anything, even if it's like low key.
Anything that you
or
find
like
fun.
go like skateboarding,
I
like
don't know
just
why
something fun.
When
Like
people say that, normally you think doing something fun
Going clubbing.
has to be something more energy sucking, I guess is what I'm
no,
thinking.
just like enjoyable. Like
Taking a bath and watching a movie is fun. It
That's
can,
a really good
literally-
point.
I wouldn't really put that in fun. That's
Oh,
more like
I would-
relaxing. This was like I wanted to do like something
sounds
like
amazing.
more like active fun.
Was it with
vibes.
someone every time or sometimes alone?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Just something that's just like, oh, I didn't just like lay in bed and watch TV
Wait,
today.
did
Why
you
wouldn't
leave
you
your
put-
house for everything?
Not necessarily.
Wait, why is the bath one not in that? I'm not getting it.
Cause that I wouldn't say like, oh, I did something really fun. I took a bath. I'd be like, oh, I had a really
You have
relaxing.
never had a child.
No, I'd be like, I had a really
Yeah, she has
relaxing
not.
or enjoyable
okay,
night
no, I
of a
get it.
bath, but that's not like fun.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's like
I
relax.
think of that as fun.
Okay, wait, keep going.
Because like there's fun. I feel like has an element of like play to it.
Yeah.
Like that's not really like play.
Could
That's
be.
like.
I think we're thinking
Kids
of
always
diving.
play in the bathtub.
Is that what you do?
No.
You have like
Scuba
rubber
di-
ducks.
Okay, when I have a bath bomb,
See the scuba
That has,
diving
like-
in the bath?
listen, when I have the bath bomb that has like the like heart, not
Confetti?
hearts. It has like I had one that had gold
Do you do
stars,
like games?
and I was like grabbing them all and
It's
squishing
like
them.
tic-tac-toe.
So I would say I was playing.
Okay,
I
well
would say.
that could be your definition of fun.
Anyway.
And then like I made it a goal to by the time the summer was over to hang out with every single one of you guys, like our family members, one-on-one by the end of the summer.
Whoa.
So I was like, oh, I want to like work on the relationships a little bit, and so I should try and. I think so. I don't remember. I don't know. It was either like phone call or like hangout. It was like a one-on-one conversation, really.
Oh, I think
I
you
did.
called me. I remember that. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
And
Wow, this sounds like something Christian would do.
Christian
It
did
really
that
does.
before he left. We went on a bike ride together.
Cute.
yeah, he did.
Oh, is that why I thought that?
Yeah, he hung out with everyone.
And I don't remember what else I had on that list, but it
That
was
was a
like
wild
lot of
time.
things. Like it was like physical health with the running. It was like spiritual health. Like, hey, I just want to do a routine. And I had a couple of things on it, like, oh, I want to like go to confession. I haven't been in a while. Like certain things I want to do, are like, oh, I want to read this book I've been meaning to read. And then like relational things, like, oh, I want to spend more time with my family, one-on-one things. And yeah, it was really
I
a
feel like
glow
doing something
up.
fun every weekend is
Oh yeah,
mental
and
health.
the fun thing, yeah.
It's your mental health.
Yeah, well, because I realized, like, oh, just because I'm, like, sad, it doesn't mean I have to be sad all day. Like, I don't know why. I really thought, like, oh, if I'm sad, like, I can only listen to sad music in the
Yeah.
car. And I just be like, oh, I'm sad. But then I started thinking, like,
That's true. It
wait,
does
I'm
feel
not
like
actually sad right now, though, in this specific moment. Like, I could put on, like, a fun song, actually, to enjoy. I don't have to listen to, like, Lana Del Rey all day.
That's a
And,
really
like,
good
And
point.
that is a big part of, like, the enjoying life thing.
That
was
is
like,
such a good point.
oh, you can have, like, a nice moment in a sad day.
It does
Yep.
seem, and
You don't have to
this
just
is
be
really
sad all day.
key what you're saying, because that is so true. It does seem like if something is really painful in your life, that how could you possibly enjoy a moment until that painful situation is resolved or you've healed from it? But that is so true.
Yeah, like, you can have a nice, like, 10 minutes even in, like, a sad day. Like, I don't
That
know.
is so
I feel
true.
like that was, like, a very, like
Eye-opening.
rule-based though mindset, where it was just like, I am sad. That is it. Like, can't break the rule of like being sad. I am sad.
Now I
Yeah.
am done.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel that.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you be happy if something bad just happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. That reminds me of when Grandma passed away and we went to the Meghan Trainor concert right after, and she was like, "Don't it feel so good to be alive?" And it was just like everything was so like, I don't know. It was. I was sad that she was gone, but it made me think of her. I was like, "Oh, this is a weirdly beautiful moment for her to sing that.
Yeah.
The value of life." Like, oh.
And it's like you can still be like, oh, it's a really nice summer day and it's like really pretty outside. There's a really nice sunset. Like, wow, this is a really nice moment, even though like
Even
sad
though I'm
things.
like
Or even-
heartbroken.
I mean, even sometimes you can feel a little sad and a little happy at the same
Yeah,
time. It just hits
it's
different.
like bittersweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. I live for that little sweet
That's
spot.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you feel like your takeaway would be? Make a list of things.
Yeah, that's my way of glowing up is always, and I've done this multiple times, but that one was like my biggest one,
That's
I
like
would
live with
say.
intention.
But it's like, I literally just made a list and I was like, okay, this is like my summer goals. I'm going to do a summer. It wasn't even like I was trying to glow up. I was really just like, I need to get my mind off of this.
I think that's a good point, is that you weren't like, summer list.
Get revenge.
Get abs. People always write, get abs.
Oh,
Get
that's
abs.
the mid 2000s talking.
Whiten teeth. Whatever. I need to be skinnier, prettier, blah, 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 whatever. And then it's just like, depressing.
Yeah, that's
And then yours was
depressing.
about like living life.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to have something I was excited about and something to do so that I didn't just wallow in self-pity for the whole summer. So, yeah, I
That's
just
cool.
wrote goals, and then I also, though, wrote, like, oh, like, when am I going to do these? Like, okay, so I need to do this thing every weekend if I'm going to finish that by the end of the summer. And, like, oh, like, if I
Smart.
want to run this many miles ever by this time, then, like, oh, I need to start running, like, multiple times a week right now. Like, I planned it out to actually achieve them too. Like I didn't just be like the goal and like I was
Good
like, oh,
point.
here's how it would happen.
You have to, yeah.
Very good point.
So
Okay, I'm trying to think of, I'm thinking of 2 times. I feel like this year I had a glow up of self-care, especially.
oh, you
I had
really
such a
did.
glow up. I pulled myself out of the depths of a dark, dark, dark hole lying in a ditch. And I'm not in
Wow,
a ditch right now.
in a hole.
Yeah,
Literally.
Quite the ditch.
I was deep down in a
She
ditch
was
this
in
year.
Mariana's Trench.
I had a huge glow up this year. Oh my gosh. But let me go to my first one because it's kind of shorter because I am trying so hard to remember what actually happened and I'm having a very hard time, but I can remember some things. So when I can't even remember the year. I know I was in college, so I was either 16 or 17. I just can't remember which age I was. So I was 16 or 17 and I was really deeply depressed, probably for a year or 2 before this. Well, way more years than that, but I was like really depressed. So I had spent a lot of time just like laying in my room in the dark and just being like, and I remember thinking all the time, okay, if I can just get my brain to stop. Like, I'll just decide I'm not going to be depressed. That was the beginning of me as a teenager being like, how do you not be depressed? Okay,
Just do
we're
it.
not being depressed anymore. Did not work, but I tried. So I kept doing that. I kept
Good
being
for you
like,
for having a fighting
okay,
spirit.
You
today
really had a fighting spirit.
I'm not going to be depressed anymore. I kept saying that and it never worked because I had not a clue about the real key here was emotions. And actually get in touch with myself and actually expressing things. I expressed literally basically nothing. So I was just sitting there, this like ball of repressed deep pain with no way of letting it out. And my college teacher, English teacher, he had us writing all these like really deep short essays. Well, I guess they're just short little pieces every week. And I think that was the start of the glow up. But basically what happened was, I'm going to say it must have been right after the semester where I had his English class. I was writing all these things and it was starting to like unlock some like emotions or something within me that I was like starting to get in touch with something. And then I don't know how this happened or what happened, but basically I just decided to make some like little changes here and there. I decided I was going to start going on some walks a little bit more regularly because I wasn't going on walks at all. I can't even imagine myself without going on walks. But I wasn't going on walks. I started to get outside and go on some walks before. I was just like, I don't even want to go outside. I'm just going to stay inside. I'm so depressed, whatever. And then I went to the outlets, which is like, do you know what the outlets are?
It's like a mall thing. I don't know.
To the outlets. It's like a mall kind of. And my mom had all this clothing that my dad had just given her for her birthday in May. And she bought new clothes, but didn't. She bought a bunch of new clothes similar to what he gave her.
Like the same colors.
Yes. And then gave me.
Wait, that's really smart.
The old clothes with the receipt. So I went and took them to the
Why?
mall.
They didn't fit or something?
She didn't like
She
them.
doesn't like the cuts.
Or they didn't fit or something.
Oh, wow.
So she got like similar versions and then
Wow.
gave me the leftovers and then said I could go, which she never did this, said I could go just get clothes. So I took it to the mall and it was like $200 or something.
Whoa.
So I went and
What stores?
I don't even remember. I think Danielle went with me. I took
Oh.
Kat's friend who is like very fashion forward. I believe she went with me.
I remember that.
And she helped me pick out a bunch of random stuff. I got a ton of like colorful dresses. Before this, I was not wearing any colorful dresses at all. I was not wearing any dresses. Then that summer, I wore all these dresses.
I remember that glow up of
I
your
remember
dress.
that.
I remember
Yes, I can picture
I was
it with like the
17.
flip
Oh
flops.
my gosh, she's so fashion forward.
I started wearing, because Danielle helped me, I started wearing all these fun dresses. And this is just so weird, but it was really like, I think his class and like the opening up from the writing, but that triggered something in me that made me want to just step out a little more. And then every little step I took in like putting myself out there or trying to do something enjoyable with my life. I don't know how to explain it, but all the little things I did started to pull me a little bit more out of depression. And I didn't really get out of that really, really bad time until a year later, I think it was, breakup, glow up was the real catalyst. Because that's when I started expressing my feelings, which we talk about that in a different episode.
So many episodes.
Yeah, but
And how you
that
got
was
over your
my
worst
real
breakup episode?
Yeah, that is my
On
real one out
Patreon,
of
episode
that.
2.
But this, I'll just say, my glow up of this year was about it was about routines.
Personal hygiene.
I was going to say that.
No, it was about routines.
Ah.
I had a major mental health glow up this year. Major. I think I went from the darkest depths I've ever been. Okay, in the shortest period of time, I went from the darkest depths to the
ditch in the hole.
the most healthy place.
Oof,
Yes, the
love
ditch
it.
in the hole. And
When you're in a ditch in a hole.
it's crazy how different my life is now as far as routines. So basically, before I used to just sit around all the time when we weren't working. I would sit on my couch and just be like, for like 3 hours, just watch like something on my phone and just be like so exhausted, be like, I can't clean my room, I can't do anything, I'm so tired. And then I would just lay in bed in the morning and be like, oh, when do I have to get out of bed at the latest? And then I would just get out of bed. So all of this was shattered to the ground kind of when I was pregnant, but really when I had Barrett, because I had no more option of, oh, I don't feel good, I'm not going to do anything. It was like, I feel like I'm dying. It literally doesn't matter. I have a child to take care of. It does not matter if I feel like I'm dying. I have to do this.
Here was
So
your
it's
little
like,
angel.
I want to
He
sleep.
came down.
Yes. It's like, oh, I want to
yeah,
sleep
I
more.
receive
You
you.
can't. Oh, I want to do this. Well, you can't. So all these huge like mental blocks were like broken through, and it ended up in me having a lot of new routines. So basically, here's the ones that I did to give you guys an idea. So I now regularly clean all the time. Every single night, I clean my living room and kitchen every single night.
Wow.
They're spotless basically before we go to bed. Every night.
Love it.
Never, ever did that before. I would never do that. But I just, when you walk out in the morning into a clean kitchen and living room, it's just like, the best feeling.
True.
So I do that every night. I mean, I would say I almost always did a daily shower, but not as much as now, where it's like, I so look forward to my relaxing shower, and I do a daily walk basically, unless the weather is horrible. So I always do my daily walk. I always have my daily relaxing shower. I have all my cleaning routines that I do now, and it just really, guys, it really like lowers my stress, puts me in a better place, blah, blah, blah. And then I have a way more regular journaling schedule now. Because now that I'm on like the brink of sleeping or not sleeping, there's things that just push me over the edge.
What does that mean? Like, the baby or like you?
Me.
Oh.
I'm on the brink of sleeping or not sleeping because of so many months of waking up in shock and horror so many times at night that my brain is just like all the time. So there's a few things that like push me over the edge for sleeping, and one of them is journaling. So I'm more regularly journaling than I almost ever was, besides one time in my life when I used to jump out of bed every morning with the most energy ever, which I journaled every night. When I did that, every single night I journaled and read in Malibu. I journaled and read a book, some kind of like psychological book every single night. And I would jump out of bed so excited in the morning, eat a banana, and walk for an hour and a half out in the sun at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. every morning. I was like, oh.
Good for you.
It was great times. Although I would say I'm kind of similar to that a lot of days now, which is crazy.
You've definitely perked up.
Which is crazy. I mean, I wake up at 4 a.m. a lot of days, and I'm just like, still going. And then I go on my walk.
Still kicking.
We went on a walk today in freezing weather, and it was fun. I did my workouts in the 6 o'clock hour. I never would have thought I would have done that before.
Wow.
That's another big thing. I do my workouts. I have my alone time, which is working out and or reading in the morning. And it's so good. So I have all these new routines I didn't have before. All those things I mentioned. And that has, well, I have to say, therapy was the first thing that I did. Never discount therapy. Definitely got to try as many people as it takes to find a good person. So therapy, that's the first thing. Duh, that's the biggest one for a glow up, TBH. If you have a good therapist, you want a real glow up, get a good therapist. So yeah, I would say daily routines, trying new things. It's that how, H-O-W, that thing. When you say how, whenever you ask how, remember?
No,
honesty, open-mindedness, same thing. Willingness to try.
Wait, what is this? Why do y'all know it?
I read it in the codependency book, and it's like a big thing in, I don't know, something with addiction. It's just the acronym HOW. Whenever you ask yourself how, or you're wondering how I get out of a situation, how will I heal, how will I whatever.
Oh, when
honesty,
you ask, how am I going to fix this?
If you're like, how? The answer is honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to try.
Oh.
That'll get you out.
Apply all those things. It's like the answer to like everything. So you want to glow up? How? There's the answer and the question.
I love that.
What about you? I feel like you had a glow up this year.
Well, see,
which we did talk about.
Yes. I feel like I'm always in pursuit of the glow up, you know? I'm always like trying to do some new thing or like have a new vibe or like do something different. My therapist, love her. She was saying my biggest
toxic
values.
I'm just kidding.
No, my biggest values are community and growth. Like those are the top things that I want. So I feel like I'm always trying to like do some new thing. I'm not necessarily, I don't know how many times I've gone and been like, okay, I want to glow up. But this year I did, 2021, I did drag myself out of the Marianas Trench of my own life. And that was very difficult to do, but also I did it because I was like, you know what? If I just don't give up, oh my gosh, why am I gonna cry? Aww. If I just don't stop trying, then it's gonna break someday. Like it's gonna get better.
Oh, amen.
Somehow.
Amen.
If just by sheer force of will.
You're me earlier in this year, that's me.
Don't give up on myself.
You're literally me.
And I still had my things like going to church all the time and journaling and listening to podcasts. Actually, Father Mike Schmitz really spurred a lot of interesting like growth in myself. A lot of like growth spurred by him talking about all these amazing things in his homilies, and also things that are related to like man's search for meaning was a big thing of like how, because the biggest thing quote that really helped me was, you can do any, wait, let me think. I don't want to misquote it. But the vibe is of this quote that I'm thinking is you can do
withstand
any what if you have a greater why. That's what it is.
That is literally.
And I was like, I have to have a greater why. I have to figure this out.
That's why I could do all that, because I had a great
because you were like, Barrett. You were like, I have to figure this out.
Oh, that's so true.
So I had to get a greater why. And then I was like, well, I guess my greater why is just like God. I am here for a reason from God. And I'm not going to abandon him just because I'm mad at him, just because I'm sad. God never did anything wrong to me. Life is just life. And it's not here to be this like fun thing all the time. That's not how it exists. Like everyone suffers. Everyone has trials. Everyone has horrible, horrible, horrible things happen to them. Honestly, for no good reason. It's not this thing that once we finally figure out the reason that things, like it's like horrible things happen and then God redeems them. Like God literally, like, because also I was struck by
Lightning.
this thing that he was talking, about, I think it was him, it was someone, who was it? Someone was talking about this thing that I don't remember whom, but they were saying like Jesus on his way to the cross, meditating on that. It's like he's literally carrying this giant cross. He's been like spit on, he's been abused, he's been literally whipped and beaten, and he is within an inch of his life. He could die at any second. He could just choose to give up and die at any second before he gets to the cross, and where he has even more suffering. But he chooses to keep walking and keep stepping because he knew to save all of us, like from our sins, to sacrifice, like that was sacrifice he was gonna make, and he kept going. And I was like, I am not exactly going through that, but like I can do this if he can do that too. So I just basically was like, okay, I need to get my mind together. So I did a lot of journaling, I did a lot of walking, I did a lot of processing, I did a lot of just trying to get myself together, I guess. And also I feel like things are very, very hard for me for a while, and then some days they just like break, and then it gets a little easier. And so I just kept going, I kept trying, I kept getting up, I kept putting my shoes on, even
And
though
I feel like
I did not I don't know why. When I'm having my biggest Mariana trenches, I can't
she
put on
won't
shoes.
put shoes
Wait,
on.
you like leave the
I
house
literally
barefoot?
can't
She's
put on
like, I
shoes.
can't put my shoes
I'm
on.
so
She says
depressed,
that
I
a lot.
can't
That was
put-
not a literal thing.
No, it's a literal thing. Like I can't even put on flip flops. I'm so depressed I can't put on shoes.
So you go places barefoot?
I don't go
Where-
places, but like if I have
Yes,
to, if
like-
I'm forced to work,
Yeah,
I'm show up
she
with
will
no
come
shoes.
with no shoes on.
Oh,
and I'm
so
like,
that's your
what?
giveaway.
I couldn't put shoes on.
Amy,
I feel like when you found your new therapist, that was a big shift because you
Meredith,
really
That's what I'm
like
saying.
switched
Yeah,
a
and
lot
that was what I was
of
gonna
mental
say.
things too.
Because we love Meredith. Because Lauren was begging me to go to therapy, and I was like, I can't do it. Like I can't find a therapist. Here's what you gotta do. If you are like me and you don't want to like try something, and you know someone who's good at it, you should outsource that work to them.
Amen.
That is what I did with Catherine. I was like, Kath, I need you to find me a therapist. I have to do this. Lauren was like, if you're ever going to be in a relationship, you need a therapist. And I was like, you're so right. Like, I'm going to need that. I have many issues.
We love the honesty.
So then I was like, okay, I got to do it. So I was like, Kath, can you find me one? She's like, yeah. So she sent me a bunch of people, and she sent me messages to send to them. And then I found my therapist, and I went to therapy, and she taught me so many things, especially about like rumination and all of these like toxic mental like thinking errors I was doing. And it really changed me. Meredith really changed me as a man. So that's really it. Go to
takeaway.
therapy.
Get a therapist.
And then this year I cooked a quiche, and that changed my life too.
what?
Okay, so that's the second takeaway.
Yeah. Cook a quiche.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, why did it
Now
change
I
your
make,
life?
because for cooking, I have been avoiding it for years.
Oh,
And I wanted to
yeah.
make a quiche for years and years because I used to do it all the time when I was a teen and would
That
cook
was
a lot.
like more like the fruits.
Yeah.
of-
it was a breakthrough.
Well, it
Yeah.
was
Blow
a
up.
breakthrough.
It was a big breakthrough.
could
And now I
actually
make
do it.
salads with carrots in them.
Wow.
Shocking. I buy carrots and I peel them.
Wait, I'm missing the part.
She's saying she's putting an
Christina.
effort to her food
Okay,
now,
okay,
right?
Why did
Not
you not want
everyone
carrots?
makes
You know, like bagged,
French
you know,
toast
like
every
you know,
morning.
like fresh or like bagged salads that are like regular that are like
They're
already made,
already made.
Yeah.
pre-made. That's what I used to.
But
Oh, you're
now
saying you make salads
she
that are not the
I
best.
buy individual
carrots.
vegetables
I see.
and salmon.
carrots part,
I
so-
cook
I thought you had
salmon
a
like
thing
every
against-
week.
I thought you had a
And
thing against-
quinoa.
I feel like this is your destiny.
No,
to
I love
actually
carrots.
Cook, yeah.
I just like realized that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Thank you. So then let's move on to Sister Spotlight. Each week we put, that was so weird. Each week we put the spotlight on a different sister. We have Get Real with Christina Sassy or Sappy Thoughts with Kath, Lisa's Corner, Amy's Current Crisis, and Lauren's Take. This week, the spotlight goes on Ding!
You.
Get ready, Christina. Okay, I'm doing Christina Explains It All again, and you guys requested.
Oh yeah, why are you calling it Get Real with Christina? It's just Christina Explains It All.
Because I might be explaining something or I might be doing that.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, you guys requested that we do.
Requested?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Someone said it one time, and
It's
now I
just
can't
a
stop
speaking
saying
error
it.
that
I just
occurs.
like to pronounce everything wrong or
But, like,
add
on
a change the
purpose.
word all the time. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to explain some of the Enneagram to you since you guys really want us to do that. Since we talk about it a fair amount, we don't talk about it that much in real life. We do, but on the internet, we don't talk about it
in
that
real
much.
life, there was like 2 years that passed by that we just didn't.
We
stop
never
talking
stopped.
about it.
We
I loved it
never
for a long
stopped.
time, and then I was like, guys, can we talk about?
There's not
anything
as
else?
much new stuff to learn about now. I feel
I feel like we had a 2-year-long case study, and now we're like, okay.
Yeah, we get it.
I
now.
might read more, but I don't know. Okay, this is a while ago. This is back in like 2017, 18, whatever. Doesn't matter.
There's certain levels people take it to where it's like you're doing too much.
Really?
Yeah.
I find the opposite. That
Yeah,
I feel like
they
people
don't do enough.
No,
get deep
I'm
in
not
it.
talking about
Honey.
basic people. I'm saying you find those certain like tri-type things where it's like,
Oh, I like
No,
those.
I like those.
Oh wait, that one's a little weird.
where it's like,
That was a little
I mean,
confusing.
I get it, but it's like they go into all this crazy detail. I'm
yeah.
like,
Okay,
whoa, whoa,
there's a
whoa.
lot of places you could take this, and it's so trendy right now. There are a lot of Instagram accounts you can look into. So there are not. Let me just tell you. I'm not telling you that much. I'm just giving you a basic overview. There are. So this is I don't know what it is. A system, a theory that people can fit into one of these 9 types primarily. It doesn't mean. Okay, whatever. I don't have to talk to everyone who doesn't believe in it. I'm just going to explain to you, okay? So there are, in the Enneagram system, there are 9 different types. I'm going to give you a very brief overview. It's just so brief what I'm giving you that there's so many details in each one.
It's okay.
And the cool thing is that our family members, in our family, we have at least one of each type. Should I say
that's
who's
so
each one as I
crazy.
say them?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, the reformer. So one's what?
We do.
Yeah, we do. So 1, the reformer. Ones are very rule. I'm not going to say everything. I'm just going to say uptight is probably true. I'm just going to say the very smallest amount of things about them. So don't be like, you didn't say that. I'm just saying the smallest amount possible, okay?
Just basic.
Or else this would be way too long.
I'll give a quick roast to each one to be
Okay.
fair.
Okay, so one they call the reformer. I don't know about the name, but it's like I think of it as the main rule follower who's like things have a right and a wrong, black and white rules, blah blah blah. That's the most like watered down thing I could possibly say. But our brother Christian is this,
We stand.
and he fits it to a T.
Oh my God.
It's
Very well.
wild.
100,000%.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. 2 is the helper, helping everyone.
I
all the
wanted to
time,
give a roast
basically.
comment to each one, but I can't think. I already
Oh,
can't think of
okay.
it.
My
Like
husband.
twos are
My husband is a 2, and Kath is a 2. They're basically always like, if you're like, can anyone help me with this? They're always like, me. And no, not everyone does that. Lauren
I
does
don't.
not.
I
I'm like, Lauren's like, nope. So they're always there to help. That's how they live their life. There's a lot more stuff than that, but let's just say that. Okay. 3. Oh, and I guess to get into it more also, there's like a core emotion, which I'm not going to get into, and that helps you. There's a lot of things that can help you identify which one. Okay. Anyway, 3, the achiever. There are a lot of these in Nashville and LA where we were, so we know a lot of 3s. Very focused on success.
Achieving.
Very focused on that. Our mom is a 3, and our brother Michael is a 3. They're like
husband's a 3.
goals, personal growth, success. Yeah, Chad's a 3 too. I have great conversations with 3s because I can like relate to them a lot, but I'm not a 3, but I can relate to them a lot. I'm like, I totally am there with you. But then when it comes to like networking, they are way more
They're
into
very
networking.
social.
They're
They
really
love
good.
to network because they live to make all these connections.
Yeah, they're very social people.
I hate that. Okay, 4.
Not in them, but for her.
4, the individualist. Okay, this is why I love Enneagram, because this one really described Lisa in a way that I hadn't figured out before.
I was the tough one.
The
Tough nut to crack.
I remember reading these to be like, I wonder which one Lisa is, because she was always hard to place.
Describe,
And
yeah.
it's perfect because it's the individualist obsessed with being an individual, which is literally Lisa.
Hence the hat comments of the last few episodes.
All she ever wants to do is stand out from the crowd. She's never like, I need to follow all the trends.
all I ever want to do.
Lisa. That
But it's
all
something-
is.
Let's say it's something I enjoy doing, okay?
She
It
likes
really drives your
No, all I
life.
ever want to do is experience life authentically. That's all I
okay.
ever want to do.
Okay,
But
girl, you
a
tell
lot
him.
of the time, I like to stand out.
But
from
you
the
know
crowd.
what's weird? That's what I really get from it, but a lot of people just get from it emotional.
They're like 4s are sad and they like coffee and they paint.
But I feel like emotional isn't really one that you can put to any of these.
typical 4 crying. Oh, no one cries.
That's not really a unique thing of a 4. I don't know.
Cried.
I feel like a lot of them miss the
a
mark.
four.
I think the main thing is they really want to express themselves and the genuine, authentic, whatever it is inside of them. Not just they want to cry.
I don't walk around crying to people.
They wanna be
though. I cry
authentic.
in private. I hate that. I hate
A lot
so
of
much.
artists can be 4s, not all, but I think a lot when it's like they do something really different. Okay, you can see.
No, you know what? I would say a lot of 4s are artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
There's
say
so
a lot
many
of
types of
artists. It's
artists.
easy to look at like more of a 3-1 or more of a 4-1, because a 3-1 will be like follow the trends, do anything for the fame, blah blah. A 4 might not necessarily. They will be more like, I need to express my art. I need to be true to myself, and even if it makes me so different from everyone else, well, yeah, I want to be different anyway. I would assume as 4. So
Wait, all the other ones are so short.
Yeah.
Like, the ones that rule. So the 4.
I can say about that. I feel like it's easy to say that one. The investigator is also a little more confusing to me, but our brother Alex is a 5.
Incredible.
The investigator, and it's like
Living
living
love info.
living in your
yeah.
head, obsessed with information. See, I would have thought I was this, but the living in your head, not quite. I'm obsessed with information and learning and researching everything and just knowing as much as possible. It's their way of feeling safe, is learning everything, which I have that trait to me, but it's not like my whole thing. That's really Alex.
Yeah, they're also like hyper analytical.
Alex is just,
Another level.
I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. I saw one thing say it's like they have a private room inside the private room in their mind. And I feel like that describes it pretty well.
If you needed to outsource research, go to Alex.
Okay. 6. The loyalist.
Who's a 6?
Amy. I feel like I know a lot of 6s, and there's only kind of one thing I normally have to ask them, which is, do you have a crisis like all the time? And if they
Yes.
say yes,
Yes, we do.
yes, they do. There are a lot of people running around in this world. You probably know some 6s who are always having a crisis. Not like they're like super negative all the time, more just like they're like, oh, I have this thing. And they always want to talk to everyone about it to get their opinions on it.
Yes.
Because they're the loyalists. They really care about security, community, and they don't always trust them. Well, they never trust themselves.
Yeah,
But they
no.
want to trust themselves. I
We would
assume.
love to trust ourselves.
But they just got to talk to everyone about their crises all the time. And it's a common thing. And they tend to flock together also, we found.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like, you guys like that you're all...
They all like community.
Yeah, bro.
But they like that they're all having a crisis at the same time. I don't
Guys,
know.
I don't think. Never mind.
I just
We're not that dramatic. Okay, Christina, no. Yes, but no.
I think you're
I
just so
didn't say
comfortable
dramatic.
with crises, you don't think it's a big deal.
Well,
I didn't
we're
say
saying
dramatic.
This is
Chicken
Christina's
Little.
take.
Sorry.
Like, if I
whatever.
said, what's the crisis in your life right now, you would be able
I
to
would
tell
know
me.
what it is, yes.
As you know, Amy's current crisis.
They're
Okay.
kind of the Chicken Littles of it.
Yeah.
Okay, 7, the enthusiast.
Oh, love 7.
Danny and we think Joey, right?
Joey's definitely a 7.
I feel like I don't
What else would he be?
Oh, no, he is.
Okay.
I think so.
We think Joey's a 7.
No,
we
because
are
I'm
sure.
thinking of someone I know, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like the opposite kind of the 5, the one I said, where they live in their head. These are like not in their head, don't want to go in their head. They live out in the real world, always trying to do anything. Fun is like the main word you think of, like the fun
They
one.
love to have fun.
They
They
just
just,
kind of
like,
always want to be going
Yeah.
from one thing to the next thing out here in the world
Very
all the time.
future oriented.
They love trying new things.
Yeah,
too.
they want like new experiences all the time.
So it's about fun.
have
That's
a lot
like
of 7
that's
friends.
like when I'm saying all these things, it's like what's the defining thing that like drives your life? Basically, is kind of what I'm saying. Okay, 8, me, which happens to be my favorite number too, so I love that.
Wow.
8 is the challenger. It's me, my dad, and my brother Nick, which is insane because I feel like you never really see 3 8s in a family, but
Yeah,
you also don't
kind
really
of
see
a lot.
13 people in a family, so whatever.
True.
So this one is all revolving around power, which is true for me.
On Thanksgiving, Nick literally described himself at like 6 years old. I'm thankful that I'm a glowing orb of power. I know, who says that? So funny. That's what he's thankful for.
When he was really
He was literally like 6 years old.
what on earth? So
power.
okay, so this one is a lot of people you would see in like a CEO position, something where they're in control of everything. Like basically a lot of people who say like I can't have a boss. I don't want an HOA. I don't want anyone to be the boss of me, whatever. And they
I don't
make
want to work a 9 to 5
well maybe. They make their life
for the man.
they create their life as something where they can really have control over as much as possible. And it's a lot about power. So it's like, I was wondering if I was a 3 or an 8 before. And the 3 is just so, which I care about success a lot, but I'm just not as motivated as I am for power. Hopefully in a healthier way, because that can be really unhealthy, right? So we try to have it in a healthy way. And then the last one we have, 9, the peacemaker. And that is, are you the only one in our fam?
Duh.
9. Okay, so there's one
Only
simple
peaceful
question.
one.
One simple question for 9s is, have you ever said the words, I never get mad? If you have said that, you're probably
You're
a
a
9.
9.
They have a rage burning within them. And
In
that's why
their
they
soul.
say they never get mad, because they never express or even acknowledge their
They
anger.
don't know that
I
they're
don't get
mad.
mad. I just get sad. Not real. You think that's real, but it's not.
Now, I'm not saying they actually don't get mad. I'm saying when they're at their unhealthy place, what Lauren just said, I don't get mad. I just get sad. Oh, I never get mad. That's not.
They
not
just
real.
like, yeah, they don't recognize it.
Because let me tell you, we all came from being, well, we were all babies at one point, okay? And let me tell you, we were all toddlers. And let me tell you, toddlers get mad. It is very natural. They get mad, they get sad, they get scared, they're happy, blah, 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 okay? That is a very natural thing we all expressed at the beginning. So at some point, they're like, I don't get mad. You used to.
You
But
used to get real mad.
But Lauren is good at expressing it now, I
Yeah,
would say.
definitely.
Yeah.
You've gone on a journey. So that's the big thing for the 9 is they really value peace, and they're always
Harmony.
like reading the vibes of the room, really wanting the harmony. Am I correct? And they don't want to be mad.
And hate any conflict ever.
And they,
skip,
yeah,
skip,
they hate
like-
conflict. That's
Yeah.
a big one.
No more conflict. They might be like smiling when
But it's not really like this.
when
It's
they're
more like-
mad. But they're like, I'm not mad. What do you mean? I'm not mad.
Wow, you
But
got
they really feel like they're
better
not
at that
mad.
because you are
don't
one
really
of the
do that
most
anymore.
conflict, like comfortable or whatever. Not comfortable, like you know what
Yeah, it was really therapy.
I mean? Jeez,
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay,
what a
guys.
glow
aspire to be
up.
that.
Wow.
That
Proud of you.
is the
wrap.
overview. I really wish I'd gone into more of like the telltale things of each one, but it's also, this is a controversial topic
Yeah.
because people get that's why I haven't talked about online very much. People get incredibly, well, not all people, a lot of people get incredibly touchy. Well, probably certain more than other ones get very, very, very touchy about personality types, and they are just like, I don't know, a lot of stuff. So I kind of shy away from it sometimes because I'm not, just kidding. I shy away from it because it's just really annoying. I'm like, this is something that I love, and I don't want to hear you just getting mad at me for sharing with you. You don't have to like it. It's okay. You know, you don't have to like it or believe it. It's fine. So that's it. That's all I got to say. There you go. I finally did it after everyone asked me. And don't forget about our jewelry. Hello, buy one, get one 60% off. Hello, Ana Luisa, ANALUISA. Check the link in our description. Definitely check that out. And we'll see you guys in 2 episodes if you're YouTube only. And we'll see you in the next one if you're on Patreon. Link in the description if you want to join. Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.